Cherie. I'm sorry I haven't been available for a bit because I've been really sick. I've had pneumonia. I found out last night. But with that being said, I thought I would remind everybody in Pennsylvania over the years, numerous times, we went to different agencies and reporters, meaning reporting agencies, to tell them and give them proof and show them evidence. And see, they would always say things like, our company, they're not going to like that. Like, that's going to offend somebody or it's going to upset somebody. I mean, I know this is really hard facts and boy, this is really bad and it's really diabolical, but we don't really, feel comfortable posting and publishing this and speaking about this. And we just, well, we're sorry. Well, as y'all could see today on the news, the reporters are being fired left and right because you did this to yourself. What was really going on in America, y'all didn't want to talk about. And I'm not blaming independent reporters. I understand that some of them are in contracts. I get that. But what y'all failed to do was to stand up for your citizens, stand up for your community, and speak up. And now there are people all over YouTube, Rumble, TikTok, you name it. And they're reporting on what's really going on. And that's why you're not needed anymore. We needed you years ago to speak up. We needed you years ago to tell the truth. But you failed time and time again. See, you're a part of the system that I say is a breakdown that we're recovering from in America, where it's one of the problems is reporters not telling the truth, not giving the whole story. The other part we have is that the judicial system isn't funded enough. There are not enough people in there working that can investigate crimes. And the third, I would think it's the other problem that when evidence goes to court, it's kept out and kicked out. And so many juries never hear the whole story. So many people will just conform and say, I'll just go ahead and agree to that plea because we know we're only going to get 3 hours that day because we're limited. And we're not going to be able to tell our story. Hold on, I got to talk to my dog. So with that being said, I just wanted to remind everybody that there is a verse in the Bible that says, be sure your sin will find you out. And all this time, we begged you people, please, please warn the community. Speak up. Talk about this. And y'all didn't want to do it. And now we're in a society where we're able to do it. And we're able to put up the facts. We're able to educate the public. And you're not needed anymore. And that's sad, but it's really true. I would reconsider the way you publish your stories and start telling the public, because the community that watches you, they need to know. They need to know when there's PDFs in their neighborhood. They need to know that when there's a system or a department or district attorney's office that's failing miserably, those kind of things. They need to know when there's very important topics, whether your company likes it or not. Shame on the companies that held reporters basically hostage. You wouldn't let them report it. I know many reporters that wanted to speak up, but their company wouldn't let them. So now everybody's getting fired. And this is just part of the way it's going to go. This is why so many people voted Republican. They were so fed up. That's not even that they were voted Republican. They voted for Trump because they knew he was just a normal dude. And he would get in there and he would do something radical because we needed a radical change, y'all. And now it's all coming to light and you can't stop the truth anymore. So when you report again, just remember to tell the truth and protect your community by informing them of what's really important, not what suits or feels good. I mean, gosh, if I put everything on here that just made me feel good, I'd never get anywhere with my cause. And that's just the truth. This is not a channel to make you feel good. This is a channel of letting the community know what's going on within your community. Because we're here to educate you. We're here to tell you when you sit down at restaurants, you go to churches, you have people come work on your houses and build your buildings. We're here to inform you whether they have done bad things. Not that we like to. We would rather, and you all know I do it all the time. I love giving great reviews. I love it because I want to do something good. I don't want to sit here and talk about bad things. But when you have reporters that just refuse to tell the truth, well, then you have people like us that come out, people like Osmond Gold, people that really are just so fed up that we just picked up the mic ourselves and said, you know what? We're going to put the evidence out ourselves because we're tired. We asked y'all to speak up. You're there to inform. You're not there to be publicly correct, politically correct. You're there to tell the public what's going on. Y'all have overlooked it so many times, it's been disgusting. I'll see little articles like this small when it comes to, that's going to really offend people. Too bad. Maybe it's protecting some child. Maybe it's protecting some company owner or some business lady or somebody just walking down the street that's getting screamed at that they're going to hell and all these other things. Maybe it would give them a moment of clarity of knowing that person that's telling you that you're going to go to hell. They do such diabolical things behind closed doors, so don't even sweat them. Just keep moving along. That's the kind of stuff that people need to know. People need to speak up, and we've had enough, and we're doing it. So, good luck to all you reporters that are getting laid off. I hate that anybody's losing their job, but think twice next time when you report on something. Remember, there could be some little short 5-foot white girl that weighs 135 pounds, sick, half dead, is going to say, listen, I'm going to put out the facts before I kick rocks and make sure y'all know what's really been going on here. Because the reporters aren't going to tell you. And the district attorneys are not going to put the cases up because they're not funded enough or they don't have enough time. So, yeah. We don't want to fund BS. We want to fund making America better. And that's what we're doing. And some of us are even taking a hit for it. Do you not think that it doesn't hit us? My prescriptions, for example, went up for the first time in years. You know what? It sucks, but I'm okay with that because right now I know we're building something here. We're making a change. And by God, it's already been, for a whole year we've been seeing it. And they just got started. We're tired. We are tired in America. Tired of being lied to. We're tired of the cover-ups. We're tired of them saying, oh, you're just some radical Nazi. You're just crazy. No, we're not crazy. We're tired of being looked at as weird and strange because of the way we talk or the way we act. Oh, they're not a drug addict, so they must be just crazy. No. Look at what people have been through. Learn to understand that that's your community. And you're supposed to be there to let people know what's going on. And shame on you for not doing your job. And shame on for the companies that have literally held y'all and made y'all not able to speak up. I know that's happened. I'm not trying to bash just journalists and saying, oh, it's all their fault. Because I know they're locked into contracts with companies and they sit on the Democratic or the Republican side and they don't want you to speak about stuff. Well, this is where you reporters need to stand up against the companies. Not against society, not against the political system. Look at the companies you work for and say, why didn't you let me tell them that there were children in danger in our city, in our community? Why did you not let us put that stuff out? Why do y'all force us to ask questions over and over at the White House that are just so God-forsaken? Exhausting. Get to the real information. Put out what's really needed. That's what we depend on you for, is to tell us the raw truth, not the beautiful covered up picture that you want it to be. No, tell us and report on what's necessary to make our country better. Because I'm all about America, y'all. I'm not about anybody else. I'm just about America, okay? I'm an American chick, okay? Born, bled, and raised here. And truly bled here. So, yeah. I'm going to back America. I'm going to back the system because I still believe it will work. So think about it before you sign up with a company that doesn't allow you to speak the truth. All right. Talk to y'all later. Stay blessed. And I'll be back sooner. I'm just getting over pneumonia. I found that out last night. It's not fun. But take care. Love you all.